Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to be talking about my favourite most worn perfumes of the moment, and at the end of the video I'm going to be telling you which one is leaving my collection. So I've got a declutter as well, so stay tuned for that. Before we get started with today's perfumes, I've got a very special mention today. So today's video is in collaboration with the beautiful shoe company called Cozy Island. They have very kindly gifted me 3 wonderful pairs of shoes to share with you guys today. These shoes, honestly, I was a bit skeptical because with shoes, especially ones that you can't try first, if you're just ordering them online, generally it doesn't really go that well for me, you know, so I was a bit skeptical. I thought, well, how comfortable are they going to be? You know, am I actually going to be able to get some use out of these shoes? But let me tell you, these are honestly probably the most comfortable heeled shoes I've ever tried in my whole life. Like, I cannot believe how comfortable these shoes actually are. Not to mention how stylish they are so beautiful. So like I said, they sent me 3 pairs and I got 3 sort of different colours, but they're all neutral. So I've got one cream sort of ivory colour, I've got one sort of like nude kind of beigey colour, and then I've got one black pair. And I really have to say I was so pleasantly surprised with these shoes. I love the fact that they built in arch supports into the shoes because I personally have really flat feet, and arch support is always something that I look for in shoes, along with sort of like extra cushioning, which they also have. The beige pair in particular, they were from one of their more premium ranges that they do, which has like extra built-in cushioning, extra arch support and things, so I really wanted to try that just to see how I'd get on with it, because like I said, all of those things are really important to me given the nature of my feet. And on their website they've got loads of really interesting information about their view on this, and you know, it really goes to show how conscientious they are about catering to the health of our feet and the comfort as well as the look of it. So without any further ado, let's get started with today's wonderful fragrances. I've actually, let me know what your drink of choice is today. I've got a lovely coffee with me, which is already half drunk. This is such a cute mug that I absolutely love. This is a mug that my dad, when he was still around, he gifted this to my mum a long time ago. So it's very special, and it comes with that little saucer, but I really love this one. It's just so cute. So I've got my beautiful, my delicious cortado in there today. So let me know if you've got a drink with you as well. Delicious. So the first fragrance that I've been wearing a lot lately is Black Opium here. So this is actually a bottle I've had for quite a long time, and there's hardly anything left in it. I mean, you can see there's still some juice in there, and it still sprays fine and things, so I think there's maybe like still a fair bit in there, but it is, you know, it's running low. So I've been wearing that one. It's just a really nice sweet sort of coffee fix. I think it's the only fragrance I have that's quite noticeable with the coffee notes. So I've been wearing that quite a lot. I think I wore it yesterday, and yeah, it's just been a really nice go-to fragrance. It's one I've had in my collection for a really long time. I've actually got this one, and I've got another one in the sort of leopard print limited edition bottle. But anyway, so that's Black Opium. I think once I run out of this one, I want to buy Black Opium Le Parfum, not the extreme one, because I didn't quite get on so well with the vanilla in that one, but I think it's the Le Parfum, and it's sort of a bit woodier, it's got more patchouli in it, it's not quite as sweet, which is nice, and it's got more coffee. So I really, really love that one, and I think that'll be next on my list once I've completely finished this one. So that is Black Opium. So delicious. The next fragrance that I wore recently is this fragrance here, which is La Nuit Trésor, the EDP. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is sort of like the original formulation as well, because I heard some of you guys saying that you've tried it recently and it wasn't as strong and it's sort of watered down and things. I would not say that for this one, so I wonder if I maybe have the original formulation, because to me this is very, very strong. So I wore this the other day, and it is a really nice fragrance. It kind of reminds me of like a boozy, fruity cocktail. One thing I will say about this one is I almost find the fruitiness a little bit much in here, and it's a little bit syrupy, the fruitiness in here as well. So I almost wish there was like less of a fruitiness and maybe more of that sort of like incensey, you know, like sort of darker notes, the woody notes. What else is in here? Rose. I wish there were more of those kind of things going on and less of the fruits. I believe they have coffee in here as well. This is a fragrance that has so many different notes in it that I can never remember them all. But this is one that I wore recently, and it's a very nice one, particularly for winter. Next up is Juliette Has a Gun. Now this was on my on the fence list. I wasn't sure whether to get rid of this one or not, and I've actually decided to keep it because it's a beautiful, unusual tuberose sandalwood kind of fragrance, and actually I don't have anything else in my collection like this, and I love tuberose and sandalwood. So I think it would be kind of silly to give this one away. So basically I've just been making a conscientious effort to just wear this one more, and I've been really enjoying it. So that's Juliette Has a Gun. Next up today we have the Hypnotic Poison EDP, not the EDT, which is the more popular one. This one is very lesser known, I feel like. I just never really hear this one being spoken about, and I never really hear about it. Let me know what you think of this one. But the reason I wore this one recently is because I think I put on one of my coats and I got a whiff of a lingering fragrance that I'd obviously worn sometime before, and I was totally enchanted by this smell, and I was just racking my brains trying to figure out which perfume it was that I'd worn, like the remaining sort of leftover scent. And then I finally realised that it was actually this perfume, and it really surprised me because the way that it smelled on my jacket, it just wasn't how I remembered it for some reason, but it definitely was this one. And it basically just reminded me of how beautiful and unusual and feminine this fragrance is. So I mainly there's a beautiful jasmine note in here, you have quite a lot of licorice, you have that sort of like burnt almond kind of fragrance in it almost, and there's a sort of, is there a sweetness in here? I think there is. You do have some vanilla in here as well, but the licorice is much more prominent in here, and I would say maybe the jasmine's a bit stronger. Like, it's not really so much of a gourmand fragrance as the EDT. This one is darker and more sensual and sort of vampy in nature. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this one recently as well, and that's Hypnotic Poison from Dior, the EDP. Next up today, and I won't spend too long on this one because I've literally spoken so much about this one over the years on my channel, it's Mon Guerlain Intense, probably my all-time favourite scent. And I've been wearing this one recently because, of course, why wouldn't I? It's one of my favourites. I feel like it really comes into its own at this time of year. It's just such a gorgeous fragrance. I could really talk for hours about it, but I won't, because I'm sure you guys have like heard about it so much from me just recently and over the last few years. So anyway, that's Mon Guerlain Intense. Very, very gorgeous, very beautiful, timeless, classical, feminine, sensual, absolutely stunning fragrance. Next up today is the beautiful Athalia from Parfums de Marly, and this is such a hauntingly beautiful, melancholic, dreamy, mystical fragrance. I really love this one. It's very musky, it's got iris in there, it's got a woodiness to it as well. It's just such a beautiful fragrance. There's a sort of citrusy opening in it as well, I believe. But the main thing that I get from this is the sort of muskiness and the iris note, and there's a warm, kind of ambery nature to this one as well. It's got a sort of almost like a makeup compact vibe, lipsticky vibe, but with the musk and with that warmth, and it's just such a stunning, feminine, beautiful fragrance for winter, and I've been really enjoying this one lately. So that one is Athalia from Parfums de Marly. Next up today we have this beautiful fragrance here, which I feel like I've kind of been forgetting about a little bit lately, but I wore this very recently and I'm so glad I did because it just reminded me of how wonderful it is. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's just such a stunning fragrance. I really, really love it. It's just it's my favourite jasmine heavy scent. I feel like this perfume does jasmine the best out of, I don't know, anything else I've tried pretty much, and it's just such a beautiful, like, unusual, sensual, jasmine, ambery, woody fragrance. Just completely iconic, so feminine, and I just felt amazing when I had this on. So that one is Alien, the original EDP from Mugler. Next up today we have Delina Exclusive from Parfum de Marly, and I can't remember which occasion it was, but I know there was definitely like some kind of special occasion recently. I can't quite remember, but I do definitely remember wearing this sometime in the last couple of weeks, and it was just such a delight to wear. So feminine, so unusual, so unique, so beautiful. This one reminds me of like a very luxurious kind of Turkish delight with some like burning spiced woods or something kind of in the background. It's just really, really stunning, and a really beautiful special fragrance. And last up today we actually have a perfume that is probably going to be leaving my collection, believe it or not. And that one is Nebras from Lattafa Fragrances. And this is one that I do like. However, I've just not been wearing it, and I find it really difficult to find the right time to wear it. So I actually think I'll be moving this one on. It's just not been gelling with me for some reason. I really can't explain why. It was one that I wanted to wear more over the winter. And to be honest, you know, we're through most of winter now, I feel like, and I just haven't really been wearing it. I'm not quite sure why. I almost feel like it's a nice perfume, but there's almost something reminiscent in here of like a mentholy... It's kind of hard to explain, but I almost feel like there's a slight mentholy or like a minty... There's something kind of cold and harsh in this fragrance that's detracting from the otherwise very beautiful powdery cocoa vibe. And it's something almost slightly mentholy in nature. So I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. Let me know what you think of this one, actually. But yeah, once I kind of noticed that for myself, I sort of like, it kind of put me off it a little bit, and I just haven't really been wearing it. So this one is probably going to be leaving my collection, which is kind of a shame because I only just got it very recently. So anyway, that one is Nebras or Nibras from Lattafa Parfums. So there we have it, everyone. Those are the perfumes of today. Let me know which perfumes you've been loving lately, or which ones are going to be leaving your collection. And of course, another big thanks to Cozy Island Shoes for gifting me the wonderful pairs of shoes that I showed in today's video. I really would recommend them, especially if you've had trouble finding heels or sort of dressy shoes that are actually wearable and actually comfortable, and ones that you would be comfortable to like walk around in, you know, and without getting sore feet. I would actually really recommend giving these a try because I am shocked at how comfortable they are. And I absolutely love the shoes so much. They go with so many different outfits. They can be dressed up or down. They go with particularly if you go for sort of like a neutral colour like the ones that I picked, you can wear them with jeans and a jumper, you could wear them with a dress, you could literally dress them up or down, and they're so classy and elegant. Style and substance, definitely. So really good quality, really, really comfortable, and I love their whole ethos. Like, I love what they're all about. The fact that they prioritise sort of like the health and the comfort of your feet, you know, just as much as the style and the fashion and things like that. I think that's really cool, and I'm just so thrilled to have been able to work with them. I do have a discount code for them on the screen and in the description box, and I will be leaving a link to shop their shoes in the description box as well, so don't forget to check them out and maybe treat yourself to a nice wee pair of shoes. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you again on my next video. Bye!